What is up, everyone? Welcome back to our channel and welcome back to episode 4 of HELLDIVERS 2. Now, in today's video, we are still trying to navigate the levels up, and we're still in a constant battle with the automatons. Good news are that we've made some improvements, we've made some upgrades to our ship and also to the field upgrades. And the weapons that we are using. And I mean, I have to say, so far, I think the sweet spot, at least for me, it's to play on medium difficulty. That being said, of course, on solo missions, but also having tried the harder difficulties levels as well, I think as long as you have a team that you can kind of cover yourself with, you should be absolutely fine. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of support, there's a lot of good things about the community, and there's definitely a lot of good things that you can learn while playing on medium to harder difficulties. So yeah, I think it goes without saying, guys, that if you're let's say fortunate enough to have the right setup and the right team around you, you will probably feel that this game it's a bit of a breeze. So yeah, I mean, what have you guys experienced so far? I did have some really positive responses in the past few videos, and it definitely shows that again, the community, it's amazing. But what is the latest that you guys have experienced? If you haven't played it, have you tried it? And even more, is there anyone out there that has reached maximum level, and how do you find being at the very top of the game? I'm conscious that I'm quite some levels away from that, and probably requires a bit more playing time. But I'm quite keen to get to that point and just see how different the game is than it is now. But still, it goes without saying, I think every game I'm playing, I'm just stunned by how cinematic it is, how great the graphics are, and how unpredictable it is. Because, you know, we probably take these things for granted in some video games. They do tend to become a bit more repetitive. But this game doesn't seem to get you too bored with the outcomes. I mean, of course, you'd expect some attacks back and some behaviors of the enemies, but there are, in the same time, you kind of let yourself be surprised by these attacks, and you know, you don't want to necessarily overthink the missions too much. And I think this is a nice thing about the game, because it just helps you casually enjoy the gaming experience, as opposed to, you know, be a really difficult sort of pressurized environment, if it makes sense. So yeah, that's for me a key selling point. And also, you know, I guess if you do want to have the sweaty lobbies and, you know, the toxic environment, there are plenty of other games that you can choose from. So this is more for those people that do enjoy a bit of a puzzle game, a bit of a challenge, but at the same time, you know, a co-op sort of environment. Because even if you are not necessarily wanting to play solo, you'll be always able to find someone to play with. And I think this is quite unique, because, you know, you can jump in and help others, and equally yourself, if you're struggling with a mission, there'll be someone out there which will be willing to help. So yeah. But speaking about the community in this particular game, I did come across some players which have been absolutely amazing, and you know, they helped you kind of navigate the missions and what is needed of you to do. And even if you don't necessarily are able to help them the same way that they do, just be there for them. Be the, you know, supporting team member. Be the one that if, you know, someone dies, redeploys them, and be the guy with the supplies, or just make yourself useful in any way to just make the game enjoyable for everyone. Because at the end of it, you know, you're definitely learning something, and you don't want to be a burden for others, but you know, make sure you're adding some sort of value to the actual gameplay. And I'm also quite keen to get to level 10. I really want to get a dog and be able to deploy with that. I mean, it's a massive help. But equally also the shield. That's also a handy perk to get, and you know, to help you get by from mission to mission. So also another nice tip I've received from one of the previous videos was to actually pick your battles. The more you obviously advance, the more you're familiar with the missions, the more you're familiar with the difficulty levels. Try to pick the battles that you're most comfortable with, because at the end of it, it's all resuming to your particular gameplay. Of course, if you play with others, it's easier to, you know, take anything that comes your way, but when you're playing by yourself, just make sure you're, you know, picking the battle that you're managing to do alone, because there's nothing worse than, you know, being under the added pressure of the redeployments or the time that is just passing by on the actual mission. So yeah, just be fully aware of this thing before jumping into a game. So as mentioned in this game, even though I was necessarily super involved in many of the things, I was just there for the team, trying to redeploy them when needed. Because again, at the end of it, you're part of the team, you're part of the game, and you just want to make sure that everyone pulls their part. Again, just love the cinematics of this game. They've just done such a great job with how the explosions and the environment responds to all this stuff. Just really well lit, and you know, the color schemes and how the HUD of the game responds to all these actions. It's pretty cool.
We can't stay this low much longer, Helldiver.
Tagging map. Southwest. 300 meters. Found something! Sample selected!
I love the secret spots across the map. They are fantastic to get the samples. And I've also noticed that the more you're advancing the difficulty level, the more rare or legendary the samples become. So yeah, just be conscious of that. This is, I guess, a slight nice reward from the game for doing the higher the difficulty. But as always, remember that in order for this items to stay in your inventory, you have to XP with them. So as soon as you die, you would also drop them, which means that you have to go and pick them back up. But this pretty much summons today's video, guys. I'll just leave the gameplay to run in the background for you guys to enjoy. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for supporting the channel, following this stream of episodes. And of course, if you have any tips or tricks that you would like to share with us in the comment section below, that would be much appreciated. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and hope to have leveled up more and share with you some other tips and tricks that I did find useful.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Calling down a sentry. Sending in an eagle. Calling down a sentry.
ETA T-minus 1 minute. Reinforcement budget depleted. ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Tag's empty.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing. Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent. You through.
Mission coordinates locked. Help. destroyer has left squadron. Hellpod launch suspended. Hellpods primed.
Here? What about here?
sentry! Requesting orbital strike!
Allied destroyer leaving squadron.
It's the Helldivers! Sending in an eagle! How'd you like to taste of freedom? New mag!
Freedom marches onward. Thank you. You may proceed to extraction.
Reload! Mag's empty! How about a nice cup of liberty? No diver left behind! Requesting pack pack! Calling in extraction! Calling down a support weapon!
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Calling down a support weapon! Here! Back inbound! Got a vehicle! Requesting sentry! Got equipment!
Allied destroyer joining squadron. Deploying Helldiver. ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Requesting air support! Calling down a support weapon! Sending in an eagle!
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Out of ammo!
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Freedom never sleeps!
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Throwing supply beacon! Sending in an eagle!
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone.
Requesting air support! Calling in orbital inbound!
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
Requesting air support!
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent. Liberty has seen you through.
speed.